Well, students, after the one class I already taken on the sets. So in the last class, we have been recall the definition of a set and the objects of the sets and what you consider the well-defined sets. Okay, once again I will repeat. What is the definition of a set? Set is the well-defined collection of objects. In this class, I will explain the set by means of a suitable example. So the heading is representation of a set. Consider the one example. Let A be the set of natural numbers less than 6. Let A be the set of natural numbers less than 6. A has been written in a capital letter because it is the representation of a set. So how to write these set of natural numbers less than 6? So one method I follow, and later it on I will say what is the name of the representation. Let A be the set of natural numbers less than 6. This A can be written A is equal to the symbol of a set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because less than 6 means the number I have to be write natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Less than 6 means 6 cannot be included, 0 cannot be included because natural number does not containing the 0. So this is the one method that if A be the set of natural numbers less than 6, what I return? Capital A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 return and enclosed in the brace bracket. This bracket is called the brace, B-R-A-C-E, or usually called as the flower bracket. Let A is equal to the set. Whenever you can say the flower bracket mean as a set. A is equal to set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let A be the set of natural numbers less than 6. Another method, I will go it as A is equal to the set X such that, the bar it says that such that A is equal to the set X such that X belongs to N. X is natural number and X is less than 6. What it mean by X belongs to N and X is less than 6? It again mean that A is the set of natural number less than 6, but it is symbolically denoted X. What is X? X is the natural number. How much of the natural numbers? The natural numbers are less than 6. Therefore, these are the two methods in representation of the set. In the first method, what are the things, members or elements? We return those particularly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in the second method, we are not written those numbers. We represent the numbers by means of symbol. So the first method is called the tabular method. In the tabular method, to represent a set, in the flower bracket, particular elements. What is the tabular method of representation of set? In the tabular method, to write a elements in the brace bracket, in the flower bracket. In the next method, what is the symbolic method? That symbolic method is the rule method. That means we represented the set by means of certain rule. So it is called as the rule method. Therefore, representation of a set has the two methods. One is the tabular and another one is the rule method. Okay, well, take another example. In this example, the set of real roots of the equation x cube minus 1 equal to 0, cubic equation. That x cube minus 1 equal to 0 is a cubic equation. From this we get the cube roots of unities. As you know that x cube minus 1 equal to 0 means x cube is 1, x is 1 to the power 1 by 3. That means we get the three roots of this equation. Those are 1 omega square. 1 is the one root. Omega is minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2 second root. Omega square is minus 1 minus I root 3 by 2 is the third root. But what is the example says that the set of real roots of the equation, real root of the equation 1 omega square, 1 is the real root, other than 1 as the omega square are not real roots. Therefore, x cube minus 1 equal to 0 has the three roots, but only one root can be represented by means of a set. the set of real root of the equation x cube minus 1 equal to 0. By tabular method, the set A is equal to, in the symbol of set, 1. In the roster method, the set A is equal to x such that x is real in x cube minus 1 equal to 0. It is the rule method. So this is the method of representation of a set by means of a tabular method and the rule method. Next we can go for the types of set. There are many types of sets, in which first I will go for the finite and infinite set. What do you mean by finite and infinite set? If the set containing exact number of elements or countable number of elements or finite number of elements, then it is called as a finite set. For example, A is the set containing the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, enough, and bracket has been taken with the symbol of set. So the finite set means a set of elements are finite, and infinite set means a set consisting infinite number of elements. A set consisting finite number of elements is a finite set. A set consisting infinite number of elements is a infinite set. The example has been written here. B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, be the infinite set. Next we can go for the singleton set. What do you mean by a singleton set? I written some examples here. The set A is only one element 0. The set B is the only one element, may be taken as 1. The set C is the only one element, single A can be taken. So it is very clear that singleton set means a set consisting only one element. What is the singleton set? A set consisting only one element is called as the singleton set. Next to go for the empty or null set. What do you mean by empty or null set? I return the set A, only symbol of set I return, flower bracket, or the symbol pi has been written. It means that there is a set but it has no elements. A set consisting no elements. A set consisting no elements is called a empty set or null set. Is it possible to give the example of a null set, empty set? Try yourself. Give an example such that it has only symbol of a set but no elements. In the next class again I will put the same question and I will say the answer also. Within that you can try to tell what is the empty set example. What is the definition of empty set or null set? A set consisting no elements, only the symbol it containing is called a empty set. Next we will move for the subset and superset. The subset symbol has been denoted in the bracket. Superset, the symbol has been denoted in the bracket. Both are in the opposite sign. Suppose A and B are the sets. A is said to be subset of B. A is subset of B means yes, A is subset of B means B is the big set here. A is the set constructed by the some elements of B. Then you can say that A is subset of C. When you can say that A is subset of B, all the elements are the elements of set B. If all the elements of A are the elements of set B, then A is subset of B. Meanwhile, B is the big set. A has been consisting some elements of B. Therefore, in this case, B is superset of A, that has been symbolically written by means of a superset symbol. A is subset of B means yes, all the elements of A are the elements of B. Meanwhile, B is the big set, some elements of B are the elements of A, then B is the superset of A. Next we can come across the universal set. Universal set is denoted by means of capital U. One simple sentence for this one, universal set means a big set. On what basis you can say that it is a big set? It is a big set means it has been possible to form the number of subsets. It has been possible to form the number of subsets. For example, set of population in the Dharwad district. Set of population in the Dharwad district means it is a huge. That means Dharwad district has the some number of taluka places, each taluka places containing the villages. Like that, it has been categorized by means of so many ways. Oh, number of districts in number of taluk places in Dharwad district. It is a one set. Number of villages in a Dharwad district. The population has been considered namely thereafter category wise, and then like that we are going. Number of the subsets are possible. It is the general example, but the theoretical example with numbers I will give. The set of natural numbers. What you say? Capital letter N, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on to be continuing. It is called as a big set. On what basis you can say it is the big set? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. It consisting the even numbers. It consisting the odd numbers. Odd numbers 1, 3, 4, 5. Even 1, 3, 5, 7. Even numbers 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, the set of two tables, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6. So the set of three tables, the set of 5 tables, that what natural number containing. Therefore, universal set means it is a big set. Next to come across the operation on set. The operation on set, the union of two sets. The union of two sets symbol has been written. A and B be the any two sets. Almost all we can better to take as the non-empty sets. Let A and B be the any two non-empty sets. A union B is written and defined in the following way. A union B is equal to the set X such that X belongs to A or X belongs to B. That means A union B means combined elements of A and B. X belongs to A or X belongs to B. Next, the intersection of two sets. What do you mean by intersection of two sets? A cap B. A cap B union, A cap B intersection. A cap B has been denoted and defined as shown. The set X such that X belongs to A and X belongs to B. What do you mean by intersection of two sets? Intersection of two sets means the common elements of A and B. Union means combined elements of A and B. So A cap B. Next to come across the another operation, difference of two sets. The difference of two sets, A and B be the any two non-empty sets. A minus B is the difference of A and B. A minus B. B minus A means the difference of B and A. How to define these? A minus B is the set X such that X belongs to A and X does not belongs to B. B minus A means the set X belongs to B but X does not belongs to A. These operation on sets can be clear by means of one example. If the set A containing elements 1, 2, 3, 4, the set B containing the elements 3, 4, 5, 6. Our question is find A union B, A intersection B, A minus B, then B minus A. The question is the set A and B are given. Our idea is to find out A union B, A intersection B, A difference B or A minus B, B difference A or B minus A. Okay, start the solution. The first one, what do you mean by A union B? A union B is the combined elements of A and B. Combined elements of A and B means 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4 are repeated, written only once. Therefore, A union B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next, the A intersection B. What do you mean by intersection? Intersection means common elements of A and B. In the common elements of A and B, A containing 3, 4 as well as B also containing 3, 4. Therefore, A intersection B is the 3, 4. Next, to go for the A minus B. A minus B means the elements of A which are not in B. A minus B means our concentration is on the set A. Set A containing 1, 2, 3, 4. But 3, 4 are repeated in B. Therefore, only 1, 2 has been written. A minus B means the elements of set A which are not in B. Therefore, such elements are only 1 and 2. What do you mean by B minus A? B minus A means the elements of B which are not in A. The elements of B are 3, 4, 5, 6. But 3, 4 are in A. Therefore, 3, 4 has been eliminated. Only 5, 6 has been written. So, this is about the A minus B, B minus A, as well as A intersection B, A union B. I hope it is a very clear example I given. Next, to define the complement of a set. For the definition of a complement of a set, you need a universal set. Universal set means a big set. If A is any non-empty set, then complement of A is written as A dash. A dash is defined as U minus A. What do you mean by U minus A? The elements of U other than A. A dash is the set containing the elements of U other than A. Then it is called as the complement of A. Once again I will say complement of A means if A is any set, then complement of A is denoted by A dash and it is defined as all the elements of U other than A. For example, U is the set containing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And suppose A is 2, 4, 6, 8. Then what is A dash? A dash is a U minus A. U is what? Totally 1 to 9. A is 2, 4, 6, 8. Among the U, 2, 4, 6, 8 has been eliminated. What are the elements U left? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. It is the A dash. This is the method of finding the complement of A. So, in this class, what you learnt, representation of